Lee trying to get back into Virginia and wounded for definitely his army being wounded. Lincoln is going to tell McClellan, "You've got to move. You've got to go, and you've got to finish this now. Don't let this opportunity fall through your fingers." But McClellan again has this case of the slows, and he gives every single possible explanation under the sun to Lincoln to about why he's not moving, why he's not going to invade the South again and try to destroy Lee. Lincoln eventually runs out of patience. He has a lot of it towards McClellan, but eventually he's like, fine, you're not going to move. I'm going to find somebody that does. And he fires McClellan, and in his stead will put Ambrose Burnside. And Burnside, he's reluctant to take the command. He's a good friend of McClellan, but nonetheless, Burnside's going to come up with a plan. Invade the South as quickly as possible. Get between Lee and Richmond and have Lee attack us rather than we attack Lee. And so Burnside does exactly that. He goes into the South, goes with great speed all the way down to the Rappahannock River in the town of Fredericksburg. And the idea was that by the time he got to Fredericksburg, there would be pontoon bridges to allow his men to cross the bridge, cross the Rappahannock River before Lee can ever react. And he's just going to, and then they're just going to continue to go between Lee and the Confederate capital. The problem is that momentum is going to be slowed by bad coordination between Burnside and his superiors in the War Department. The pontoon bridges do not arrive on time. And so now Lee's looking across the river and he sees a whole bunch of bluecoats showing up. And he's going to get on the 19th century version of the telephone and tell all his subordinates, get on up here because we look like we're going to have a fight. Lee has already dispersed his army so that it can be more easily supplied. But now it needs to concentrate once more. So Burnside's delay, the stopping of his offensive, allows Lee to have enough time to basically form up and get ready for an eventual battle. Despite all the failures, this campaign was a failure from the beginning. Despite it, Burnside says, we're going to go on ahead. We're going to go ahead and try to push off Lee, to try to get through Fredericksburg and push Lee off these heights and try to defeat him. It's a disaster from the beginning. They try to cross over over the Rappahannock River, and they're getting pot shots from Confederates inside the town of Fredericksburg. Then, as they're marching towards Lee's army, which is outside of Fredericksburg, it's over basically an open field, and one of Lee's chief lieutenants, James Longstreet's basically going to tell him, look, you give me enough artillery and enough ammunition, I can make sure that a chicken doesn't survive in this field. And it's pretty much exactly what's going to happen. The Unions marching towards the Confederate lines under a hailstorm of artillery shells, and then eventually once they get up to the musket range, they're going to be facing an entrenched enemy, an enemy behind a stone wall, and all these guys are doing is just opening fire on the Union, having other people load for them. The Union soldiers, however, have to load themselves, and so basically you're having this meat grinder of a battle between the Union and the Confederacy. It's an utter disaster for the Union. Fredericksburg bloodies the Army of the Potomac to the point that we're actually going to see a small revolt of Burnside's chief subordinates, particularly Joseph Hooker, who basically says, we're not going to serve under this guy ever again.